Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Nice to
How are you?
see nice to see you again. I'm all right, thank
Nice
you.
to see you.
Ready to begin
Good.
another week. Are
Yeah.
you are you like full of beans right now? Full
Full?
of beans. Full of beans. Are you full of
Uh,
beans today? What do you understand with the
I
expression
think
full of beans?
like ready. Like
Okay.
you are ready.
It's
It
like
is big beans.
beans, you know beans, right?
Yeah.
The word beans. So then
Yes.
yeah, it has a meaning when we say, for example, full of beans. It's basically an idiom. It's an idiom when you say the expression
Mm,
beans. You can use the expression beans in many contexts with different meanings, depending what you want to say.
okay.
Good
Yes.
morning.
Good morning, Connie.
Good morning,
Morning.
Good
Connie.
morning, Marcela. Welcome back,
Good morning,
ladies. How
Marcel.
you doing?
Fine, thank you.
I'm really fine.
Oh, nice to hear that. Ready for another week?
Yeah,
Yes.
and another morning week.
Another morning week. Yes, another morning week. Yes, but you know, the best times are coming. So then, do you have vacations at the end of this month? I mean, by December or a
Mm,
couple of days only?
not really.
Yeah.
Not really. Okay. So you take the vacations maybe in the middle, at the beginning of the year, or at the end of the year. How do you take it? Depending the time.
Yeah, it's dependent on the time.
Okay. All right. Good morning, Fernando.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are?
How you doing? Are ready
Good.
for the incoming hurricane? So you're alert about the coming
Oof.
hurricane, huh?
Yeah. We suppose tomorrow is coming. It's beginning coming in the Sabado.
Really, tomorrow? Okay, yeah, I
I
heard.
know.
Tomorrow,
And they
yeah,
say that
tomorrow.
it's similar like the other one, right? That's what they said. I don't know if it is true. But the first one it
We
didn't
sup
hit.
we suppose. We suppose.
The first one didn't hit El Salvador, so we were not affected with the first one. But this one they say that is coming directly to us. So hopefully not. Hopefully it's not gonna
Yeah,
affect us.
yeah.
So maybe we'll suspend the classes again,
Wow.
the children classes.
Maybe
It's gonna take
yes.
more
Ah,
days.
Yeah.
All week.
Whenever there is a with these hurricanes or whenever there's like I don't know like a national emergency. So yeah, normally we have to follow what they said. If the government says, oh, we're gonna suspend everything. So INSA4, it's a government institution. Well, it's kind of government, but it's like private. So they say, okay, we're gonna cancel it, and they do it, and then
I
they put off the classes for a few days. Put off.
know.
the
Remember
the
the
public
expression?
the public school
Public
the public
school.
school public school was ending. I think last week. Oh,
Yes, I think yes. Public and private school both are working right now. Well, I don't know, depending their schedule. Yes, but
Maybe
most of the time,
it may be ETA, but it
it
says,
could
oh,
be.
I forgot to hit the El Salvador.
You're right. All right. Yes. So then sometimes it's put off for a few days. Put off. Remember the expression put off is like postpone. Not,
Postpone.
not cancel, but it's postponed for another day. So that expression put off is put it off for a few days. So like for example, if you have an appointment for tomorrow and then you say no, I cannot take it tomorrow. I will put it off for the next day for Friday, so then you change it for another day. It's not cancel, it's just put off for another day. All right, good. So we have two new
Mel.
fellas, yeah, members. So we have M. Villalta and we have, good morning, Diego. We have Melissa Rivera. Melissa, could you turn on your camera so then we get to know you a little bit?
Mel,
And Mr. Villalta, what is your first name?
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Uh,
What is your first name?
Mahalalel.
Say
What
But
is
Mel.
it?
everybody
Mel.
call me Mel.
Mel.
My
Mel.
name is Mahalalel, but everybody call me Mel.
Mahan, what is it?
Mahalalel.
Mana Liel.
Mahalalel.
Mahalaliel. Okay, Mahalaliel Villalta. Okay. Do you have
Yes,
very
that's
unique
right.
name? Good. Nice meeting you. And so tell us about you. So what is it? What do you do? Like do you I think you work in the same place, right? But for example, things about you that we don't know, like a age, hobbies, things, profession, your position, what do you do in your company? Okay.
Yes, I, I I work in Tigo like every. Uh, I work in information system department
Okay.
and IT department, and I am uh, 39 years old. Uh, and I know many of you. I know Diego,
Yeah.
Salvador.
Connie,
Uh,
okay.
uh,
They're the famous one, huh?
everybody.
Okay. All right,
Yes,
thank you. And what do you live and what do you do, like for example in your spare time? What do you do in your spare time?
I live in Lourdes, and sorry, your question in my free time.
Yeah, it's spare time. Yeah, spare is equal like uh free.
Okay. Yes,
Spare time.
I am. Yes, in my spare time, or my free time, I spend my time with my family mostly. I go to the park with my kids. Uh, I like play soccer and watch TV, read read something, thing like that.
Okay, thank you and nice meeting you. My name is Giovanni Alexander Maldonado, so you can call me Giovanni, Alexander, or teacher, no problem. So welcome to the group. So with through the classes, I will get to know you a little bit more. So I know them, but I don't know you. Good, thank you. Melissa, good morning, Melissa.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning. Yes, share with us about you. So I basically for me, I need to know you, Melissa. Like, what do you do? Like, and similar like Mr. Villalta.
Okay, well, my name is Melissa Rivera, and my nickname is Mel, like the other man.
Male, the same.
And
Okay.
yeah, and actually, I work at Tigo. I am a quality analyst, and I am 24 years old, and I live with my parents, and uh, then I study uh, business administration career, and that's it.
Okay. And spare time, what are your spare time activities? Do you have something like a
Well,
hobby? Do you do something like as entertaining?
yes. Sometimes I try to do exercise, but uh, um, I try to sleep because with the university and my job, it's so I don't remember the word of pesado
Like
and
heavy, stressful, tough, hard.
yes, mm, yes, and I spend the time with my sister sometimes, or I try to go to the park with my pets, and that's it.
Okay, good. So welcome, Melissa. So, and again, my name is Giovanni Alexander.
Thank
So
you.
welcome aboard. So you know them, right? You know the majority. Do you know them? Okay, good.
No,
So no, you don't know
uh,
them.
so, for example, Connie Joaquin and Marcela Lopez.
Marcela Lopez. Okay, good.
Yeah.
So yes,
Welcome, Melissa.
welcome.
Hi.
Yes. Okay. Could you,
Thanks.
everybody like Marcela, Connie, Diego, Salvador, Fernando, Noe, could you turn on your cameras? So we need to, and Mr. Villalta, could you write like, for example, your first name and last name? Look, Salvador is in the air right now. Mr. Villalta, could you like, for example, put on and like change your name, like for example, first name and last name, like for example, Melissa Rivera, Diego Miranda. Okay, thank you. There's Marcela. Okay, Connie, Fernando, and Noe. Noe, the man who built the ark. That's Connie Jr. Good morning, Noe. Okay, he's the man who built the ark, right? Yeah, in case of an emergency, if you have like flood, a lot of flood, so then let's go to Noe's house. He knows how to save that. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, perfect. Good. So welcome back, guys. I hope you had a nice days off. Good. Now, something interesting that you did during these days. Let's begin with Diego. Is there something interesting that you did related
What
with
teacher?
English or something that you did to practice
Just
English?
work.
Just work. Okay.
No,
Have you
yeah,
practiced this
just
time?
work. Not really, not really. But I saw a movie. I saw a movie,
Okay.
and
Which
I
which
I
movie?
I a movie regarding like and USA Marines that are like in a mountain and try to kill all the Talibans. You know, something like that.
Uh-huh.
All the Talibans. Yeah, it's a that kind of movie.
And then what is
Just
it?
for
Yeah,
relax myself.
to relax yourself. And okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Diego. Marcela, how about you?
Well, I also saw a series called Queen Gambito, Gambito Queen, but I saw it in English. So, well, most of the caps, and most of the time I understand what the movie was saying. So I felt kind of proud, and I try also to not put or the subtitles
All
to
right.
activate subtitles. So most of the time, I don't even though I didn't know all the context because it was about chess, but I got the idea what they were saying.
And that is true. The main idea is to understand the context, not necessarily like understand every single word, because sometimes that's like a problem that we have. Like we are watching something or we are listening to something, and then we want to understand everything. And I can tell you there are some things that we won't understand, but you need to understand the main idea, what they're referring to, and that's great. And with subtitles, it will help you maybe to increase some vocabulary, but if you can avoid subtitle, that's even better, right? That's nice. Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
I
uh-huh.
activate subtitle in Spanish when I didn't understand. But was thinking that it was a good idea to activate it in English to get new words, but just to get accustomed the sound, I just put the audio in English.
Yes, is correct. Yeah, and you can learn many things, many things. Every time, sometimes some movies are already with subtitles in English. It's better, but not into Spanish. But you can learn many expressions, many phrases that it's like a little bit different from the way that we speak, and that's the main idea. Increase our vocabulary or expressions. Thank you, Marcela. Good, Salvador. How about you? What did you do?
Yeah, I was watching stand-ups, Kevin Hart. I also try not to read the subtitle. I was watching uh, those with my wife, so I couldn't put up the subtitles. But I was trying to listen what he was saying, but it's hard because they speak too fast, you know, and it is a comedy, right? So they have a lot of um, I don't remember the phrases, local phrases,
Local
uh,
phrases, a lot of
and
idioms, idiomatic
slang,
expressions,
slang.
a lot of
Yeah,
slang. Yes.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But there were some expressions, or maybe the context, as Marcela said, that I could get without reading the subtitles.
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Noe, how about
Yeah.
you, Noe?
Yes, all the time I am watching movies in English or seeing programs in English.
Like, what was the last one that you saw?
And the last one I watched with my little niece in Nola Home.
Uh-huh. And what is that about?
In Nola Homes, there is a series in Netflix, and it is about the son, the daughter of Sherlock Holmes.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
And she discovered she
Good movie.
wanted to,
Good
Good movie.
morning.
yes,
Yeah.
she wanted to look her mother.
Very good movie. I like.
You like it? Yeah. I haven't seen it, but I really like Sherlock Holmes movies. Actually, I have read the books and then I have seen the movies. I rather first like watch. I like to read, and I have read all the books from Sherlock Holmes because I like this. There's always an explanation, like a logic explanation for things, not about magic or about like supernatural powers. It's just that everything has a logic explanation. So I really like that kind of movies. Yes, Fernando, how about you, Mr. Castillo?
I, I about learning English or
I don't know,
about
in general,
movies.
to practice. What have you done? Have you had any like a rich conversation with someone? Have you practiced, or what have you done?
Uh, I practice the English. Sometimes I have to talk with the Chinese people. Huawei. I like to show cartoon movies with my daughter
All right.
because the language is very easy to learn, to understand.
Sure.
Sometimes I like to show TV news English like
Uh,
CNN.
CNN about weather broadcast. No, weather
About
broadcast.
editing.
Okay.
About editing.
All right. Good about everything. Good. Thank you. So Huachin, how about you, Mrs. Huachin?
I saw yesterday a movie, bueno, a series called Dash and Lily.
Okay. And
I the beginning I thought it was for teenagers, but I love it. So
what was that about?
uh, it was about a a girl that never has been kissed
Okay.
and never has been in a relationship, obviously.
All right.
And she loves reading books and spend time with old people, with I mean older people, because the teenagers uh, didn't or doesn't no didn't understand her. So it was Christmas Eve, and she was alone, and she starts uh, to write a book about if it's someone finding in the brook bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
She will start a relationship through the to the book, like a messenger book.
Okay.
So she leaves the book in the middle of other books, and someone like her that loves to read books find them and start to have a conversation by the book, and bring the book no, leave the book in some places with a dare, and they start to to communicate in through the book. So it was interesting, and at the end they uh, met each other and kissed. So it was very
Romantic. Very.
romantic. Yes,
Do you tear when you watch this kind of movies?
sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Good. Thank you. Good. Mr. Cuvillas, how about you?
Hi, teacher.
Hi. How you
In my
doing?
case,
Yes.
I was watching some movies. For example, the about Matrix. I was watching that movie, some like that. Um, but I tried to listen that without subtitles because
Subtitles.
I watching these subtitles. I was watching Rocky Balboa too, and so because I was watching that in Spanish that I understand that English the context that
Of course.
so in practice that the listen to that see it's very good of practice.
Yeah, it's just good practice.
And
And
then I was watching that the series that yeah the series that about it the Big Bang Theory too. So it's more difficult to understand that because they have words
the
that
way
you
that
don't
they
understand
speak,
some.
especially Sheldon, right? When he
Yeah,
speaks, he speaks
yeah,
very fast, right? Yes. Good.
yeah.
All right. That's
This
nice.
sarcastic.
Very sarcastic. That's true. Good. Mr. Ramos, how about you, Mr. Ramos?
Well, I have seen a lot of series. If you remember, when I was in the surgery, I was 1 week out, so I see.
I
I
saw.
saw Malcolm in the Middle because a lot of people recommend it because they have a lot of words to and understanding to know about how they talk. Also, I saw a little bit of How I Met Your Mother, and all the movies I see always are in English, not subtitle at the first time, but in the second time see it in titles to understand more, and uh, maybe listening to music with the lyrics, because in some kind of songs they try to use slangs to make understandable a lot of things.
It's true. Yeah. As slang is very common. It's good, that we understand the slang, but sometimes it's not like educated to speak in that way. But it's part of the language. Like into Spanish, we have many slangs words that are not formal, but we need to understand so we can, relate it with the context or put it in the right way. Yes, but thank you. Good, Jacqueline. Good morning, Jacqueline. How about you? What have you done these days?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I watching movies and I finished a series. I watched Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. Okay.
Yes, it about chemical how you pronounce chemistry
Uh,
teacher,
chemistry.
chemistry teacher, and he has cancer. Then he start to drugs, meth. So they have a lot of problem because he's doing the best drug in the area. The problem he has is with the gangsters. So I was watching.
Okay. It sounds interesting.
Mhm.
And Mr. Aquino.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Aquino. Thank you. We're gonna listen to Mr. Aquino, then we continue.
Good morning, teachers.
Good
Sorry,
morning.
I am a little late, but I was thinking the English class we will start in the next week.
The next week.
But I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay. That's nice.
honestly, I okay. I couldn't practice the last week. Just I trying to check or to watch some
To
English
check.
new
Hmm.
check
Yes.
uh, English news, and I try to watch too some lyrics, music,
Hmm.
some music, and I was checking what I
Checking.
always being or seeing. Sorry,
Yeah, the word is checking because
hello.
if you put the shaking, it's like moving, like for
So
example, like
I couldn't
Shakira, like
practice a lot,
she
but
moves a lot.
I
Hmm.
hope to make a habit how to practice like watching TV or some movies too.
Exactly, right. The idea is to practice, and right now we have a lot of resources that we can use, like a lot of technology. We might say, well, you work in a telecommunication company, so you know about like applications and also about some ways to practice or ways of improving our knowledge. And later,
I said,
yes, uh-huh.
I said my phone in English, so but I understand a lot.
Okay,
so
okay.
I
Sounds that's a great option.
uh,
And
yeah.
so we're gonna do something during the classes, which is about like storyteller. 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 What is a storyteller? I'm granting here in the chat. What is a storyteller? Storyteller? What is a
It
storyteller? Uh-huh.
is
It
someone.
Hmm.
Sorry, it's
Well,
someone who tells an story. Who
exactly, right?
say what it's about and describe the chapters and the main idea or what the chapter do or does, something like that.
Exactly, right? So that's what we're gonna do. Like everybody will have time like to be a storyteller, describe something, right? Like for example, from movies, most of those are books, from movies, or personal stories, or stories that you know, in general. So to understand, like for example, like the plot of things, or like for example of movies, what is the main plot? What is plot? When I said I'm sorry, PLOT, what is that? What do you understand when I say plot? The plot. Any idea with plot?
No.
Nope.
It's the
Okay.
main idea. It's what it's about.
It's basically what something is about. It's like the central idea of something, right? So that's the plot. So, and every time that you watch a movie, or every time that you read a book, so you need to understand what is the plot, and describe it. So we're gonna do many things. And so welcome back again. So it's intermediate number 2. So there are many things that we will continue practicing, not learning, because some things you already know. It's just that we need to reinforce it, right? Which is a great advantage. And we have many. I sent you the book to the group, so in case that you want to download it, so if you want to keep it. But it wouldn't work like 100% on that book. Maybe just some few exercises, but the main idea is to practice and use other resources. Good. So right now I have, to begin with, I have like a warm up. Oh, at the beginning I was explaining to Salvador this expression, full of beans. I hope all of you are full of beans today. Full of beans. What do you understand? The first expression when I say full of beans. What is the word full of beans?
Like full of ideas
Full of
or
ideas, maybe.
energy.
Okay. So basically the word beings, you can use it in many contexts, right? In many ways you use the word beings. Of course, beings is like the food that we have, but when you say full of beings, it's like when you have a lot of energies to begin the day.
Yeah.
When you have,
Enthusiasm.
when you're very enthusiastic about something, right? So you say, I'm
Yeah.
full of beans. I have a lot of energies. Like for example, I don't know if you have seen like when a soccer player, right, is about to enter to the field, right? So they are exercising, they're warming up, so they look very full of beans to begin the match. So that is the same.
Yeah.
So if you're full of
High
energies,
motivation.
yeah, kind of that you motivate yourself to do something, full of beans. But the word beans is used in many contexts. And the word put off, which is postpone, right? When you postpone something. But right now we're gonna have like a kind of talking, like a kind of debate to begin with. It's like an icebreaker. Like for example, imagine that the all of us are in a air balloon. What is an air balloon? Air balloon.
That way of translations that go to the sky with a huge balloon.
Exactly, right? It's like a means of transportation, right? It's like you are in the air flying. Good. So imagine you're there, but for one reason, this air balloon is losing height, is going down because it's overwhelmed with a lot of people. So you have like too much people on the air balloon. So you need to like get rid of some people, and you need to just select some other people. So who would you get rid of and why? Get let me see, rid of. Remember the expression get rid of? What is get rid of? Cubillas, Mr. Cubillas expression get rid of. The expression with get rid of.
Sound like you undo someone
Uh-huh. It's related, right? Get rid of is like
related to
throws.
undo.
Yeah, like throw
Yeah,
something that you need. So you get rid of is like
yeah,
throw away. something that you don't need. Like for example, I don't know if you do this, like maybe you have a lot of clothes, like old clothes that you don't wear anymore, so you need to get rid of that. Or if you have like a bad habit, like imagine smoking or at 5 a.m. in the morning, so that could be like a bad habit that you can get rid of, remove. Basically, it's remove. So that's the expressions. So you need to so imagine Diego, just an example. So imagine that we all of us are in the air balloon. So you have Salvador, you got Rosales, you got Aquino, Melissa, and you need to get rid of the half and select the half. Who would you select and why?
Teacher, come on.
It's an example, right? Hypothetically speaking, right?
Well,
Hypothetically speaking. So imagine, so otherwise, if you don't do that, so you're gonna crash. So all of you are gonna
yeah.
die. So you need to get rid of the half and select the half. Who would you select and who would you get rid of and why? That's the main point. Why would you select Salvador to stay with you? Or why would you get rid of maybe
I get I threw I get off Salvador, for example.
you will get rid of Salvador? Okay,
Yes.
okay, okay. You will get rid of Salvador. Good. So you need to
Yeah.
select. That's what we're gonna do.
Just
Is
because
Yeah.
I don't play soccer very well.
just
Yeah.
because I don't play soccer? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So then you will select Mel Bialta because of
That Mel, yeah,
Mel
because
Mel.
of their abilities to play soccer, and Daniel too, Daniel Aquino.
Oh, Daniel Aquino too.
It's play
Okay,
very, yeah, it's very good to play soccer.
okay.
Connie will be our like a cheerleader, something,
The
to
cheerleader. The
I
cheer.
yeah.
Okay, Connie. There you
What a
go.
difficult decision. No.
Yeah.
No, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Of course, right? But not,
Yeah.
but the people that you have, let me see if I can. You have very important people since you have, for example,
Yes.
inventors.
Fernando.
You have
Yes.
philosophers, and you have like activists, and you have very famous people there. But you need to select the half and get rid of the half. Who would you select? Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see if I can show it here. Okay, these people. The first one, who's the
Ah,
first one?
okay, good.
Who's the first one?
But it's Mother Teresa. It's
Mother
the
Teresa, right? Is who
yeah,
was Mother Teresa?
was an exceptional I don't know, lady or
Hmm.
I can remember the monja. How do you say monja?
Uh-huh. Like the movie, the nun,
Nun. Yeah, yeah,
the
nun
nun,
that
right?
helps many poor people in India.
Exactly, right? She gave
And when
away. Yes.
yes, with an extreme, disease and poor and poverty, they start to help without any, how do you say that, when I commit with
High
them,
commitment, right? With dedication,
high
right?
commitment with them, when dedication and love.
And
Yeah.
love. It's true, right? So that was a very exceptional girl, right? In our history.
Yes.
Good. How about, for example, Mao Zedong, Salvador? Who was Mao Zedong? Mao Zedong.
I don't remember really. I have heard, but I don't remember like yes.
Okay, good.
Who
Who
is
was
he?
Mao
Yeah.
Zedong? Everybody?
He found China communist.
Yeah, he was the founder basically of China. But Mao Zedong is considered like the best China's presidents that they had
Yes.
had. The reason is because like he really invested on the young people. He really created a lot of programs, for China to have a great development. That's why, because of Mao Zedong, is the China that we know right now. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in this way. But because of him, so China has a great development because he really worked with young people. He really invested in education because he thought that the education was the future of this country. And he did it. right? That's why Mao Zedong is considered like the best president from China. And how about the other one? Let me see, Melissa, Mahatma Gandhi. Who's this guy? Who was this guy?
And Mahatma Gandhi was an Indian lawyer and anti-colonial nationalist
Hmm.
and political ethicist,
All right.
and who was employed yet no violent resistance to live the successful, and that's it. I
All
don't know.
right. Perfect. Right. So he was a pacifist, basically. Imagine
Yeah,
that this guy was you had the word like fast. What is the meaning of fast? Fast. What is fast as an
Quickly,
adjective?
quickly.
What is fast as an adjective? Very fast. What is fast?
rapid,
It's like rapid, right? It's like a quick. How about if I put it as a verb? If I say, for example, Mahatma Gandhi was fasting for 30 days. He was fasting for 3 months, I think, the story.
He
He was,
stopped to eat.
it's like a stop eating for a period of time, and you're just
Mm,
praying. So, like, for example, in some
Like
Yeah, he
ayuno.
stopped eating.
exactly, it's
Yes,
ayunar.
you know. Mhm.
As a verb means ayunar. Some in some like denominations, like religion denominations, they do this like quite often, like every
He
month
stopped.
or every 2 weeks. They fast for a day or for half day. So that's the meaning of fast in this context. Good. How about the other girl, Florence Nightingale? Who was that one?
she was a nurse.
She was a nurse,
Yes.
and why is she so famous? Uh-huh. Why was she so famous? Mm-hmm.
Because she was a create a new model of nurse.
A nursery, exactly. She was the first nurse in the history, right? And she was helping the wounded people coming from the war, and with just basic knowledge by reading books. So basically she created her own career, and she created the nursery career. So now, if you ask a nurse, hey, do you know Florence Nightingale? It's like everybody knows about that because she was the creator. And how about Mandela? You know that one, right? Nelson Mandela, you know that one. How about the other one? Michael Gorbachev. Who was Michael Gorbachev, Enriquez?
Uh, well, that is very confusing because Mikhail Gorbachev is he win the Nobel Prize
He won the
because
Nobel Prize. Uh-huh.
because
Because
he was very involved in the ending of the Cold War
the
in the
Cold
part
War.
from the
Uh-huh.
yeah in the Cold War from the Soviet Union.
Soviet Union, exactly. So basically, he was one of the man who stopped the Soviet Union, and he created or he brought the peace to Russia and and some other countries. So because of him, is like the common Russia that we know right now, right? Yes, he's a very famous guy in that context. How about the other one? Let me see, Jacqueline. This guy, Charles Darwin. Who was that one?
Charles.
Darwin.
He was a biologist, a scientist who created the theory of the evolution,
Evolution theory, right? Good. The
evolution theory.
evolution theory. Good. So he has
Okay.
many um let's say like he has some theories, and so sometimes we believe it, sometimes we don't, right? But he has some logics on what he explains. Good. Charles Darwin is the opposite from the ideologies theory. Is the ideologies theory? Which one do you go for? It depends, right? The ideologies is like God created everything, but according to Darwin, the evolution theory, we're coming, from a process, from evolution. So yeah, it's up to everybody to believe whatever we want. How about the other one? Let me see. Good, Melissa. William Shakespeare. Who was that guy? Melissa?
Hi. I don't know what.
William Shakespeare?
He was a poet and actor.
Uh-huh.
Mm, He was graded most import of the l- I don't know the li- literature universal and
Yeah.
I don't know about
He was a famous writer and poet, right? And also a
yeah.
novelist from England. Good. And how about the other one? He has very famous like books or stories like Romeo and Juliet. Good. That's Shakespeare. Another one from Shakespeare. Another important essay or book from Shakespeare.
Romeo Julieta.
Romeo and Juliet. Good. Any other one? Hamlet, for example. Good. It's another one.
Hamlet. Yeah.
Right? Good. And how about this one? Diego Maradona. Who doesn't know about Diego Maradona? I think everybody does, right? Everybody knows about Maradona. Albert Einstein. Let me see, Mr. Villalta. Who was Albert Einstein?
Albert Einstein was a famous scientist.
A scientist. And what
Yes,
is he famous for? What did he create?
he create uh, uh, relative equation. I remember.
Relativism. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yes, I remember. Uh, Equation for how do you say equation? Sorry,
Equation. Uh-huh.
equation for uh, eh, velocidad de la luz. I sorry.
The light speed.
Easy, yes. Energy E equal to easy for. Sorry, but he is famous because of that, and also many invents and his knowledge it was very useful for create something many things good and also for create bomba atomica. But he doesn't create bomba atomica, but his knowledge serve to that.
Yeah, good. So basically he created some formulas, but then some other scientists like created based on his researchers. Good. Thank you. How about the other one? Da Vinci. Who was Da Vinci? Let me see. Cuvillas. Da Vinci. Let's go very fast. Just give me a brief explanation, then we continue.
He
Da
was
Vinci,
I really I think he was a invent some
inventor. Uh-huh.
inventor. So he created some theory for about the things. I don't know. That is the most relevant is he was an inventor. That
Inventor. Actually, he was one of the most complete. He was a scientist, he was an inventor, he was a musician, he was a mechanic, he was an electrician, he was a physicist, he was a painter, he was a writer. He was one of the most complete inventors in the history. Yes. Thank you. Abraham Lincoln. Who was Abraham Lincoln? Castillo, Mr. Castillo? Abraham Lincoln, who was that guy?
It was a president of USA.
Uh-huh.
Uh, she she was uh, a leader the one famous war and always fight with the social groups and some liberty laws.
Laws. Okay. Yeah, exactly, right. Beethoven.
Laws, yeah.
Good, thank you. Let me see. Beethoven. Let me see. Let me get someone. Mr. Aquino. Beethoven. Who was that guy? Beethoven.
He was written a compositor,
Hmm.
and um, he let me look. I don't remember, but he maybe I'm not sure if he was ¿cómo dice eso?
I'm sorry.
But he likes a lot the music. He learned how to develop his skills, even though he has some handicaps, possibilities or
Hmm.
impossibilities.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you. Yes,
Mhm.
we know about that guy. How about this one? Vincent van Gogh. Who was that guy? Vincent van Gogh? Salvador?
A painter.
A
A
painter?
paint.
Uh-huh. A painter, and actually he's a very famous painter. How about this girl? James Austen.
I never heard of her.
You never heard before? Okay, good. Salvador, have you heard about James Austen?
No,
Okay. All right. Any idea with this girl?
She's a writer. She was a
Yeah,
writer.
he was a writer.
She was a writer, right? She was a writer and
Yes.
also novelist, and she was a poet, famous,
Yes.
from England. And I don't know if you have seen, if you have watched a movie, right? Some people like this movie. It's called Pride and Prejudice. It's like I don't
Pride
know
and Prejudice.
what is it? What is the name of that? I forgot the name of the movie.
Pride and Prejudice.
And Prejudice, Pride and Prejudice. It's like how do you translate
She's
that?
the author.
Yeah,
She
how do
wrote.
yeah she
Yes.
wrote that book, and based on her book, so
Yeah.
they have the movie. It's like
Yeah.
Orgullo y Prejuicio, right? Into Spanish.
Orgullo y Prejuicio.
Yeah, that
Exactly. Yeah.
that
Mr.
that's
Darcy.
that's
Uh-huh,
the
exactly. Mr. Darcy. Yeah.
okay. So that's the
Mr.
movie
Yeah.
based on her book, and
Yes.
she was the writer of that book. And the other one, so I better not ask who was Steve Jobs. Is something that like a one, two, three, right? So yeah,
Yeah.
good. So what you have to do is like so just like a short talking. So you need to select the half, and you need to get rid of the half. Who would you select, and why? You will need to get rid of like the half. How many do we have? I think we have like maybe like 14, 15. So you need to get rid of the half, and you need to select the half. Who would you select, and the reason why? Why would you select, for example, Diego Maradona? Diego, why would you select Diego? Or
I
would
won't
you
select Diego.
you won't select Diego?
Me
Okay.
neither. Me neither.
I don't
So
select Diego Maradona,
Maradona, yeah.
but yeah, please.
okay.
Not you,
Okay.
Diego.
Not you, right? Did you hear that? They said like even singing, no, 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 Diego. We're gonna get rid of Diego.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Okay,
But
yeah.
Diego
Yeah.
Maradona.
Oh,
Nobody
okay.
said Diego, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Poor
I got
Diego.
it. I got it.
Poor Diego. Okay. Yes, but why would you select, right? Imagine that you're coming the idea is like you're coming in an air balloon, right? It's losing height, so you're gonna crash. All of you are gonna
I
but
die.
would select
Uh-huh.
which one
engineer
will
and the nurse,
I don't know,
this
right?
girl.
You need to explain the reason why. Uh-huh. Diego, what's your
but
question?
which will be the objective?
The objective is just to think some like what is it, like survival skills. Who would you use
No,
out of that group to survive, or to continue?
okay.
All right. Or like for example,
To
you might
maintain
say
the balloon in there.
in the air, right? Who would you select, right? For example, Diego Maradona, what would be the contribution
Yeah,
that he might give
Nothing.
you? Nothing.
he has a
He
Maybe
the
will.
he.
He
For fun,
Diego
the
to
Maradona will.
entertain.
How do you
Uh-huh.
say se lanzará by himself because
Okay.
he hasn't any drugs
Oh yeah, he will
over
jump by himself. Okay. All
there.
right. Yes. So that's
maybe
the
he
main.
will shoot the party inside the balloon, right?
Maybe he will launch a party in the balloon, right? Or maybe he can
We
like
need it.
teach you some.
You know,
Party.
Of course, it depending
entertainment. People.
entertainment. So
So
depending
we
what you
will
want and
maintain
what
it
you
too.
like. Okay, good. So I'm gonna give you a. You need to select the half and get rid of the half. That's the idea, but the reason why. We're 12, so I'm gonna give you a short time, and then we'll return, and then you explain and the reason
You
why.
can share the names in the chat, please.
Excuse me?
The list of you can share the names, the list
Oh, share.
in
Oh,
the chat,
share. Of
please.
course. Yes. Yes, ma'am. I just did it. So you can. I got it ready. Okay. There you go. Good. Let's work in pairs, and then you select it, and then we return. And the reason why. You need to select the half and get rid of the half. All right. There you go. Mel and Melissa, so you need to just select to work in short groups. Good morning, Oscar.
Hi, good morning, teacher.
Good morning. Welcome back. So how you doing?
Thank you. I'm fine.
All good? All
Uh,
right. Nice to hear that. So right now we're working in pairs. So let me send you to
okay,
one of them, right? So you're gonna go with Noe and Salvador.
okay,
All right.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, go for it. Thank you.
And put it in the list, William Shakespeare.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I will put the final list in this.
How many do we have?
Hmm? So
How many?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay,
yeah,
7 then.
you select the half and get rid of the half, but you need to explain the reason
Yes.
why, right? Why would you get rid of that one?
Okay. We were very strategic about our list.
All right, perfect.
We
Why?
left most important that we left the people that we can have uh, their knowledge and their experience and their abilities to help us in the balloon and help the, the people in the future. So we cut off Diego Maradona.
Okay,
We cut off
we
uh,
cut off.
Charles Darwin.
Okay,
Cut off Gorbachev.
okay,
And then Maria Teresa. Sorry, Maria Teresa.
all right.
And I think
William Shakespeare.
In
Shakespeare,
Shakespeare
right?
too.
Shakespeare. Yes,
So this list is
Jane Austen.
the one that you got rid of.
And Jane Austen.
Jane
That's
Austen,
right.
okay, and Vincent Van Gogh. So you eliminated these people. Oh,
That's right.
Yes.
okay, all right. So that means that you selected, for example, Albert Einstein, right?
Right.
And why? What did you select? What
Yes.
can you get from him?
Because they are very important for the humanity.
Hmm.
Because the scientists, the science uh, have been grow up because of his knowledge.
Because of
Very
his
important.
knowledge, right? Yes.
Yes, because of his knowledge.
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. Thank you. So yeah, let
And also some of them that we leave there in the list are huge leadership. So that's
huge
why we
leaders. Okay, all
left
right.
them.
Good. Yeah, let me double check the other ones and then we'll return, right? Thank you. Just give me one moment.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, watching. Okay, everybody, good. Okay, so we're gonna do it in a very fast way, just to talk about and who would you select and who you got rid of and the reason why. So, for example, who selected Mother Satun? Who selected Mother? I'm sorry, Mother Teresa.
We selected.
You
We
selected.
did it.
We did it. Why? Why, Connie in Salvador?
We,
Why you?
we, we were looking for Pacific persons.
Uh huh. And
Yeah, because
what's the
we didn't
benefit
want.
that you can get out of Mother Teresa?
There are many benefits, but
Uh huh.
uh,
Like which ones?
but the main one is we decided to select people who were specific because we don't want killers or murderers in our group.
Okay.
I
All
know
right.
we not selected. We couldn't have.
You didn't select it. You got rid of. Why?
Yes.
Salvador says that they need them, but you got rid of the girl. Uh huh.
We well at the at the beginning we put like a line that we need an strategic um method,
Uh huh.
so we are not going to think with the heart, just with what they do, about knowledge, experience, about bring to the world some things, and she is good enough now. So we choose her. So I don't know why to explain it, but we instead uh, choose
Chose. We chose.
we chose Albert Einstein, Beethoven, um, or Steve Jobs. I don't know.
Steve Jobs. Okay. Good. Thank you. And how about Mao Zedong? Who selected this guy? Who selected Mao Zedong? Nobody. Good. Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi.
Yes, we select
Who?
Mother Teresa,
Okay. And how about
Marcela, and me.
Mahatma
We
Gandhi?
selected.
And Mahatma Gandhi? Did you select Mahatma Gandhi?
No.
No, you didn't. Okay. Who
No.
who selected this guy? Mahatma Gandhi? Nobody. Okay. How about, let me see, Florence Nightingale? Who selected Florence Nightingale?
We,
We? Why? Why, Marcela?
because she had medical skill, and that
Uh-huh.
is really important and necessary in a group.
Exactly, right? You never know. Someone might
Yes.
faint in the air, and then so you might need some assistance. So you already have someone with these skills. All right, good. Diego, did you select this girl? Nightingale?
Yes. Yes.
For what purpose?
Same reason to preserve the health in the group.
All right, good. And how
Yeah.
about, for example, Mandela? Who selected Mandela?
We select Mandela too, with
Who,
Marcela.
We did.
why? You did? Okay, good. And Fernando Enrique?
Because,
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
because
for me, no.
Okay, great. Why, Mr. Aquino? Why Mandela?
yes, because he's a big leader. He's a Pacific. He has the enough skill how to handle the hard situations.
Okay, that is true. Or how about the other one? Gorbachev. Who selected this guy? Michael Gorbachev? Nobody?
We we
We. Why, Enrique?
because
Why this guy?
because there are so many wars of the in the Afghanistan zone. So I reckon maybe he will have to stop that. If he do it with the Cold War that it was very difficult, this was maybe it will be easy for him.
It will be easy for him. So you need him like a pacifist that he can bring like peace to these areas. Okay, sounds good. How about the other one, Charles Darwin? Who selected this?
We, well,
You,
yeah,
you and Melissa, right?
yes,
Okay, good. Why, Diego? Why this guy?
because it will be a very interesting conversation.
Hmm. And what will be that
Imagine
conversation about?
all you can learn about that,
Hmm.
about the evolution theory and all the observation that they made in their studies and all the, all that stuff.
All right,
Very,
Melissa.
very, very, very good. Yeah,
Very interesting conversation. What else can you add, Melissa, to
yeah.
what Miranda said?
Sorry, what?
What else can you tell about Charles Darwin?
Oh, yeah. He was well, I I searched about other personaje
A character?
and but a character, but about Darwin's because she was a genius and he was a scientist about the biology evolution, and I don't know, I think was very interesting.
It's true. Yes. Very interesting contribution, and in terms of understanding evolution of the life in this world. Good. He has something positive, some things. Good. How about the other one? Shakespeare. Who selected Shakespeare? Shakespeare, Mr. Cubillas, Fernando, Noé.
No, no.
No, you didn't select it? Okay,
Maybe
good.
Connie.
Maybe Connie. Okay, maybe Connie, right? Okay. The other one, Maradona. Who selected this guy? Only Diego, right? Maybe only Diego.
No, no, no,
No, no, no, but it has.
no.
Okay, good.
I don't select Baraon. Yeah, yeah, no.
I didn't. Okay, good. How about this guy, Einstein, Albert Einstein? Who selected
We
Albert?
selected Aquino and I.
We did it.
You
We
did
did
it.
it.
We
Okay,
did too.
you did too.
Yes.
Okay. And how about the other ones? Daniel, Oscar, and Noé, Jacqueline. Noé, Oscar, Daniel, Jacqueline.
I chose, for example, let me see, Beethoven.
Uh-huh.
Beethoven
And
for his music. It's a big or
composer.
composer,
Composer. Uh-huh.
composer. Yeah, and he didn't listen. Yeah,
Okay. He couldn't
And
listen,
she,
but he was a good composer.
he,
Yes.
yeah.
All right.
Okay, and let me see another. Steve Jobs for the technology and and, and in this season, I don't know. In this season is the better with the iPhone, iPod.
It's the best, right?
Yeah, and yeah, it's the moment. Yeah,
But
mm, Maradona for example is a good sport sporter. Yeah, and the only one. For me,
okay.
he's not no he's not for example Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo. uh, he's not in this list, but Maradona is good.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you. And Noé, how about Albert Einstein? Did you select it or did you get rid of him? Thank you, Oscar.
no, I have not selected. I select Michael Gorbachev
Why Gorbachev?
because for him, the people throw the Berlin Wall
Hmm.
and he changed the system of Russia because Russia was communist and he changed the system.
It's true. Yes. Very good. And Mr. Cubillas, Daniel Cubillas, how about you?
We select the Leonardo da Vinci because he
Okay.
has the most ingenious inventions that changed the history. For example, the gamma machines, the sketch of the gamma machines, parachute, and related to the
Parachutes. Uh-huh.
parachute, diving suite. So the armor
Diving
tank,
suit.
helps
Diving suit. Uh-huh.
diving suite,
Uh,
the
suit.
armor tank. So suit,
Hmm.
diving suit, yes. And he has a sketch about it that the armored tank. Uh, so I think that he changed the history for his inventions
It's true. And
about that.
because of Da Vinci, so we have like the common airplanes, right? So we have a lot of airplanes, but he was the one who invented
Yeah,
the
the fly
airplanes,
machine,
the
fly
flying
machine.
machines.
Yeah.
Exactly. He invented flying machines. So because of him, so we have a lot of airplanes going on right now. Okay, that sounds good. Let me
Me
see.
too.
Uh-huh.
I
Yes,
choose
Melis.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Me too. I choose Leonardo da Vinci for his many profession because he was a anatomist, architect, a botanist, science, and I don't know. And for his paint, the Mona Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
because when I was a child, um, and other kids me molestaban with
Bother me.
yeah, they bother me with that name because it's some
It sounds similar.
parecido,
Sounds similar.
similar uh, with my name, Melissa.
Okay. All right.
For
It's like a Molisa, Molisa.
Melissa, right? Okay, it
yeah,
has logic. It has logic. Yes, good. Um, Thank you, Melissa. And Jacqueline, who else did you select?
I choose
I
Beethoven.
I chose.
I
Uh-huh.
chose Beethoven
Why him?
because he was a very good composer, and he was the most representative of the classical music. Yeah,
Okay, that's
and a
true.
good pianist, and has a good and relaxing melodies, so we can enjoy it in this moment
That's true.
or the
Yes.
present.
In the present, I still, but that's a very classical music. Good. And Mr. Villalta, how about you? Who else did you select?
We select same that many of you, Albert Einstein, Da Vinci. We select Beethoven, Steve Jobs, Leonardo da Vinci,
Uh-huh.
and what is that?
Why is Steve Jobs?
Because we thought that he was a very important businessman and held to his vision, his vision and his knowledge, held to create
His
a smartphone.
knowledge. His knowledge. Uh-huh.
Knowledge, knowledge held
Knowledge.
to create a smartphone,
Smartphones.
and
Okay.
yes, and many device from Apple Apple brand.
The Apple brand, right? Yeah. Even though some people say that Steve Jobs, he was a really good, maybe as a salesperson, he was a good manager, a good administrator.
Exactly.
But The inventors were
Yes,
other
a
ones, but
businessman.
a businessman. He was a businessman, but he has some friends who were really good at computing, right? But we don't know for
Mm.
sure. That's what they said. Yeah, it's all about like selecting some people and who would you select and who you wouldn't select, right? Just to have a like general ideas, and the main idea is just to talk. Good. So now let's go down into what we are going to take a look during this short time. I send you this book. Now changing the topic, I send you the book to the I think to the WhatsApp, right? I sent it yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, right, Connie? Did you see it, Connie? Connie, did you see the book? Connie?
Connie told me that she was driving.
Oh, she's
Maybe right
driving.
now
Maybe
cannot.
that's the reason, right? Okay, good. So we have some like topics that we're gonna take a look, and we're gonna reinforce some little things. Like, for example, Unit
I
One.
cannot see the book in the group.
You cannot see it.
Sorry, sorry.
Don't worry, it's
No.
okay. You have to download it from the group.
Okay.
Yes, you had to download it from the group, and we have Unit number one. Diego, read Unit number one.
Product development.
It's product, like product
Product
development.
development.
Okay, read the competencies.
Describe it. Describe the specific activities that take place at the stages of a group development process.
Okay,
Sketch the concept of a product line. Describe the application of each step of a SWOT analysis when assessing a new product idea. Perform a SWOT analysis to determine
determine,
determine
determine,
the, the
determine
determine the determine the feasibility of a new
feasibility,
product.
feasibility.
Feasibility of a new product.
Okay, thank you. Right, it's about
I
yes.
can, okay.
No, thank you, Diego. It's enough. Okay.
No, okay.
Um, product development is creating something. It's like inventing something. It talks about like some entrepreneurship ideas, entrepreneuring ideas. Entrepreneur. Remember what is the word entrepreneur? What is that? Entrepreneur.
Yes.
It's a people who starts a little business, a normal person.
Exactly, right? Someone that creates something new, someone that invents something, a product or a service or something, so then they become entrepreneuring ideas. So we're going to talk about that, and before you create something, so you need to apply this. I know that for all the administrators that we have here to apply this is like something like they do every day, maybe, I don't know. SWOT. What does SWOT mean?
Pop.
What does SWOT mean? Administrators, this is your topic.
Strengths, weakness,
Great.
opportunities, threats.
Threats.
Yes.
Yes, like a fall in Spanish.
It's like exactly like what you do in Spanish, which is FODA. And what does FODA stand for? FODA? What does FODA stand for? Uh-huh. People, administrators, this is your
This is like
Fortalezas.
you need to do the analysis, the
an
opportunities that for you can do someone new. So for example, the project or a product, or for example, your enterprise with the competitions. You need to do the some analysis like that. The
analysis. You need to do like
analysis.
analysis. You need to, for example, analyze like the strength, right? Like the good things
Yeah.
that you have as a company. And also you need to take into account the weaknesses, the things that you are failing on, right? And you need to analyze the market. What are your chances? What are your opportunities? And at the same time, you need to take into account like threats, like the risk that you have. right? When you
Yes.
whenever you create something like in if you have any entrepreneurial idea, like for example, maybe you will say like um what selling cars, like what uh, Enrique does, bringing and selling cars. So you need to have an analysis before to do that. What are the opportunities and risk that you have outside? So that's about it. So we're going to talk about entrepreneurial ideas and some stories maybe, and then we have the other one, which is read it, Fernando, number two.
Okay, product testing,
Mm-hmm.
determine the best strategies to
Determine.
apply to determine
Mm-hmm.
determine the best strategies to apply the conduct a product test.
Uh-huh.
Establish the most
Establish.
appropriate
Establish.
method.
Method.
Establish
Establish. Uh-huh.
the most appropriate method to test a new product.
All right. It's enough.
Organize a basic plan to run.
Organize.
Organize a basic plan to run a focus group to test a product.
Mm-hmm.
Design a basic questionnaire to test a new product.
All right. Good. So this is related basically with creating something, developing something, and we had the other one, which is let me see, Jacqueline. Next, it's product.
Product line.
Yes.
The product line. Yes.
The
Okay.
production line.
The production line. Sorry. Describe the benefit of building a
Building.
new product.
Hmm.
Building. Describe the benefits of building a new product prototype before manufacturing. Design a basic plan for the manufacturing process of a new product. Describe the step to assemble
Assemble.
a product.
Hmm.
Describe the steps to assemble a product. Describe risks and hazard of my workplace.
Yeah, hazards, hazards, and that will take us to
Hazard.
the hazard. Next, it says, let me see, Noe, assessing.
Accessories.
Uh-huh.
Describe risk and hazard at my workplace. Discuss the effect of risk and hazard on the business operation. Provide safety measures to reduce risk at the
Measures,
production
measures,
plant.
safety measures.
Measures. Okay. Identify key information in a passage about a fire escape plan.
Exactly, good. So this one is like hazards, because hazard is like the soccer player, right? The soccer player, his name
That's
is Hazard, but
hazard.
as a noun is hazards. Hazards. What is hazards? What does hazard
Hazard,
mean? Uh-huh.
like chemics who can injure the people or can provoke, for example, fire.
It can provoke fire. Exactly. In other words, like a hazard is like a risk, like something that is dangerous, right? In the
A threat
workplace.
to
And
know.
yeah, in many places like workplaces, they look very like safe, but at the same time it could be a little bit hazard. Like for example, I don't know if you read about last time, there was a news, I think like 1 year 2 years ago, like in this store, what his name is, I forgot, it's in Metro Central, it's a Metro Central, it's at the end of Metro Central, it's where they sell perfumes, it's like Semana, I forgot the name of this place. Do you know this store?
Like sunburns
What is it?
or Sears.
No, Sambers, I think.
Sunburns.
Yeah. Imagine this is like working in a store like this. It looks very simple, but there was an accident. Like a girl was moving some like heavy boxes that were in the top, and she was trying to get something, and then there was an accident, and one of those boxes like fell over her with, very heavy things, so she died in the moment. She died instantly, so she didn't have any opportunity. Yeah, that was on the news. Imagine, it looks a very safe place, but there are some like hazardous things that may affect. It looks very like very easy, but you can identify some hazards in some workplaces. Like for example, in a restaurant, what could be a hazard in a restaurant? A hazard in a restaurant?
Get
Maybe
cut.
if
The
they don't
kitchen,
have
In
a
the
hazard.
kitchen, right? The kitchen,
yeah,
the
and the
fire,
knife and
The
knife,
gas.
the gas. Imagine the gas, right? And the explosion. So then, yes, good. So that is hazard.
The oil.
Oil, like what is it? Boiling oil. Yes, it's a
Hmm.
hazard. Yes. How about, for example, in your company? Have you identified any hazards in your company? In the building? No hazard?
No, we are fine. We have a good department in health and safety department.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. And this is like the grammar things that we're gonna take a look a little bit, like present perfect tense. We saw that already. This is just a review, but then we're gonna reinforce it like with the continuous, right? In a progressive, things that you started in the past that you're still doing here at this moment. And then we're gonna go with unit number 2. We're gonna talk about some transition words. What are the transition words? Any idea what transition words? It's like when we are adding information, when we add more information. Normally we say n. Another way to say n, another way to say n, in avoid repeating like n, right? So you can use other words. Like which one? What could be another example?
Also,
also
Also, okay, that's one. Another one?
then,
Besides,
then,
Besides, uh-huh.
however,
But however, yes, it's like that is contradicting. In this case, it's like adding more information.
uh,
Mhm.
yeah, okay. Like after,
After, uh-huh.
now it's common to hear, I'm not sure if it is formal, plus.
A plus, okay. So you can say like in addition, additionally, like moreover, moreover, right? So there are many transition words, and when we're contradicting, normally we say but, however. How about the other ones? How about other contradicting transition word or expression?
Even.
Even though, right? Even though, right? That will be the expression. There's one. There are some other ones like nonetheless. Have you heard that one? Nonetheless.
no,
No. Or nevertheless. Nevertheless.
Nevertheless, yes,
What does nevertheless mean?
nunca.
But that's never. But in this case, nevertheless.
Hmm.
Hmm. Uh-huh. It's like when we're talking
Never
about
again.
uh, never again, but it's like nevertheless. Together, all together. You had three words together. You had never, and then less together. Nevertheless.
is
This
similar to however,
it is similar to however, but however is like
however,
more general, but nevertheless, it sounds more, how can I tell you, like a more academic when you use these expressions. Will help you sound more pro at the moment of speaking. Like for example, however is like a sin embargo, right? But nevertheless is like when you say like más no obstante.
Ah, okay.
Did you see the difference, right? Do you see the difference, right?
Yes.
Más no obstante, so you contradict someone
It's,
in a very
you recommend when we write an email for some coworkers, we use however or nevertheless. It's like that.
it's more formal and it's more educated to use nevertheless. Nevertheless,
Okay.
those are the functions of transition words, right? That will help you to sound better in your conversations and especially in formal emails, right? No problem, right? Nevertheless, you can also use like nonetheless. So, so these are the function of transition words. So we're gonna take a look like all of them, like when we are adding information, when we are contradicting information, when we are emphasizing information, or maybe when we are like giving some examples, right? Or when we are concluding.
Mae, mamá, ¿qué quiere?
Coffee with bread. The question was for us, Connie. No.
No.
Oh, okay, okay. I want a
with
coffee. Uh-huh.
1 spoon of sugar.
Yeah, 1 spoon of sugar, please.
No sugar for me, please.
Oh, no, no sugar. Okay, good. And we have this one, agreement, verb agreement. What is that? Let me see. Let me get someone. Enrique, what do you understand when I said
Yeah.
verb agreement?
Hmm. Maybe if we get an agreement and we sell in the verbal way, but
An agreement. Agreement
yeah,
is like a yes. When you concur with someone, right? Like for example, someone says,
yeah,
"Hey, I like pupusas." So how would you
yeah.
agree with
I
my
agree
opinion?
with you.
I agree with you, right? Normally we say "me too," right? Normally that's what we say. Oh, me too. But the word "me too" is a little bit informal. It's not proper English when you say "me too." Or when we agree in a negative, right? Like for example, let me see, I don't like traffic. So you cannot say me too because me too is for positive. And this case is I don't like traffic. Well, what is the agreement for that?
Me
Neither I.
neither.
It's me neither or me
Me
neither, right?
neither.
Me,
Me neither
Me neither.
or neither or neither. Both are
neither
right.
do I.
But in this case, we need to work with the verb agreement. We need to use the correct verb tense. For example, if I said I like to play soccer, that is simple present. Instead of saying me too, you say so do I or I do too. How about if that is past? Like for example, I went to the beach last week. So instead of saying me too, it's like, oh, so did I. I did too. How about, for example, if you said in the future, like, oh, I will buy a new TV on Black Friday. So then, so will I, or I will too, instead of me too. The me too is like the universal expression for all tenses. Like in past, me too, present, me too, future, me too, all tenses, me too. So that's why me too or me neither are a little bit informal. So we're gonna work based on verb agreement, means using the right example. Like for example, if I said, let me see, Salvador, let me see, what? Uh, I have studied for 3 years English, and imagine that you have done the same.
So,
Uh-huh.
uh,
I have studied English for 3 years, and you want to tell me that you have also studied English for 3 years. You need to agree with my opinion. You need to concur with me.
so
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure. So have I.
Exactly, right? So that's the verb agreement. So we use the right tense. So have I or I have to. Yes, this topic requires a lot of concentration and also we need to domain most of the tenses in English, most of the auxiliaries, right? Most of the auxiliaries. Like for example, well, later I'm going to explain all of them. And the last topic that we need to work on is like this ones, like indirect questions. Indirect questions. For example, if I said, let me see, let me ask someone, Diego. For example, if I said, excuse me, could you tell me where is the bathroom, Diego? Is that correct? Or does it sound good for you?
Could you tell me where is the bathroom?
It's like is that correct? For me, it sounds correct. For you?
Yes, yes.
All
Could you
right.
tell me? Yeah, it's like an more soft question.
It's like yeah, it's called
That
indirect
that's
question.
so. Yeah. Mhm.
All right. Let me see, Marcela, is that right? When I say
What exactly?
I
Sorry.
say, for example, imagine that I ask you, excuse me, Marcela, can you tell me where is the bathroom? Can you tell me where is the bathroom?
Okay.
Yeah, it's correct.
No,
All right.
where the bathroom is?
All right, that's the function of indirect questions because when I said, can you tell me is one question and where is the bathroom is another question. So then you cannot have two questions within one question. It has to be question within sentence, affirmative sentence or negative, depending. So the right question would be, can you tell me where the bathroom
Where
is?
bathroom
Where the
is? Yeah.
bathroom is? Because you already have the first question, can you tell me? So then you don't need another question, you need a sentence. And that's a very common let's say mistake that we have sometimes. Or like for example, can you tell me how old are you? Can you tell me how old are you? Is that right? Not really.
No.
It's, can you tell me
How old you are?
how old you are? Okay. For example, your mother will ask you, okay, Mr. Villalta, okay, tell me, can you tell me where were you yesterday? Can you tell me where were you yesterday? So I have two questions together. What will be the correct?
Tell me
Oh, can you
where,
tell me?
mhm.
Where
Uh-huh.
where
Where?
where?
Where
What
were
you did
you
yesterday?
yesterday? Can you tell me
Where,
where were you yesterday?
okay. Can you tell me
Where you were yesterday?
where you yesterday?
Where you were instead of where were you, right? So that's, we need to switch it. Those are the topics that we're gonna take a look, during this model, and of course we need to have a lot of practices and a lot of listeners. So I know that it's almost time, everybody. So I really thank you for joining us today again. So I will see you tomorrow at the same time. Okay. So thank you for coming today. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. I hope you have an excellent day. Bye,
You
Yeah, you
too.
everybody.
too. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
So thank
Welcome.
Bye.
You.
See you
Thank
Bye
you.
bye,
tomorrow.
See you
teacher.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Take
Have,
care.
have a nice day.
So do
Hi.
you. Have a great
Teacher,
day.
I couldn't find the link to download the book.
I will resend it again. Let me try to
Okay,
send it again. All right.
thanks.
Thank you.